The Great British Sewing Bee host Sara Pascoe has been inundated with congratulatory messages after the show announced she had given birth to her second child with husband Steen Riskopoulos this week. Presenter and comedian Sara Pascoe has given birth to her second child with husband Steen Riskopoulos. The news was announced on the Great British Sewing Bee's Twitter X page, who sent love to the presenter and her new baby on Wednesday. Alongside a picture of Sara's replacement and the hosts, they wrote, "We're bursting at the seams that Keel Smith-Binno has stepped in to host this year's Christmas special and Series 10. Sending lots of love to Sara and her new baby. #SewingBee." The announcement prompted many of the program's 88,000 followers to send congratulatory messages on the post. One wrote, "Aw, amazing news. Congrats to Sara XX, cannot wait for season 10. A second added, "Great news all round. This is very exciting. Lovely news for Sara as well," a third typed. In a follow-up post on Instagram, Sara shared her baby's sweet name in view of her 321,000 followers. She wrote, "I've been in a hormone hole for 3 weeks, so excuse my lateness. Allow me to introduce baby Albie. As a 42-year-old infertile woman, I can't believe my luck to have had 2 children, IVF. I also can't believe how much washing there is. I'll see you at gigs later in the year when I've stopped crying every 3 minutes. Lots of love. PS Last photo is at Steenrasco. I think his face sums up the postpartum period very well." Sara's newborn is her second with her Australian husband of 3 years. The couple are also parents to a son, whom they welcomed in 2020 through IVF. The comedian announced she was expecting their second child back in May as she excitedly showcased her bump in a mirror selfie. Beside her, Steen beamed with joy as he put a beer next to her stomach. She captioned the post, "Here we go again. Eating for 2 and drinking for no one." Sara has previously opened up about her fertility struggles and how they impacted her career. Speaking to Radio Times, she said, "As human beings, we're all inconsistent. Something can be true at one point in your life or career, but not true later on. When I did Out of Her Mind, the BBC 2 sitcom in 2020, I was at a stage of my life where I got my head around the fact that I was infertile, and I really leant into that in the show. Then a year later, I had a baby. People who felt close to my narrative said, 'Who are you, then?' And it was like, sorry, people are really complex." Sara went on to say she was really defensive when she was infertile, but now that she is a parent, she came up with mum jokes. The comedian added that she was comfortable being an oversharer and the discussion around motherhood.